guys, Towers here. Welcome back to DMZ. We are going to be going in solo for a regain in Kosh, and we're going to be working on leveling up our RAL. I started using LMGs recently after having written them off for really the entirety of the game. And I started using LMGs to just to do something new and fresh. I hadn't really had a good idea of how to use them until I actually started using them, and they do certainly have their limitations, but they also have their strong suits. And not every LMG is created equal. We started using the HCR, which is really more of a heavy AR. It has a 100-round banana style mag, and then we moved into the Sakin, and now we've moved into the RAL. Although I haven't brought the RAL in competitively yet because I don't have it fully leveled. I haven't settled on a build. Even my HCR build I'm not 100% sure on, but we were doing some hunting earlier with a buddy and a friend of his, and after that party disbanded, I started going into solo regain runs, and my first solo run just last stream, just earlier tonight, I was on my way. I decided to loot around a little bit in Bagra. I got a west side airport spawn, and instead of taking that airport fight, I went backwards into Bagra with the intention of getting a vehicle to make my way to Kosh a little bit easier. A west side airport spawn is on the south side of the map, so that's one of the farthest points you can be from a Kosh entrance. All the Kosh entrances are on the north side of the map. And there's always going to be a chop top that spawns at the gas station at Bagra, right across the bridge when you first enter Bagra. Hey, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. And I spent some time, a little bit of time looting at Bagra, and then I decided to actually take an armored boat up the gut of Masra. So the ocean ends and a river starts that goes all the way up through the rest of the map, south to north, starting at the No Name spawn on the southeastern part of the map. And I took that armored boat until I started getting missile locked, and I didn't know where it was coming from, so I dumped the boat at the south side of the airport and ran on foot from the airport up into that other No Name area across the river to the east, between airport and No Name proper, where the hotel is, kind of in between the hotel and the hospital, where that train depot is that has a lot of lockers in it. It's good for 2 plates and medium bags, and where one of my preferred rotation start is if you spawn at that. I believe they're actually like auto sale little huts, but they have red tile roofs, and so I've started calling them Pizza Huts. Um, but if you spawn at Pizza Hut, north of airport, I like to actually take, if I'm naked, I'll take the 3-stack that overlooks the train right next to the train depot, and I'll sit on that roof and wait for the team that spawned at No Name. If they've hopped on the train, I'll shoot down from the roof of that 3-stack after having checked the train depot, which is that long blue warehouse that faces kind of south to north, for a 2-plate or a bag or something. If it's not boarded up, if it's not a stronghold or a hostage location. But lately I've been finding that people at No Name have not been taking the train. I personally don't prefer to take the train because the hit registration is broken. It's most noticeable when you're on the train, but it's also not working from vehicles, moving vehicles. So that's why like JLTVs with turrets on them, you have a hard time hitting anything with that 50 cal if the vehicle's moving. But the hit reg is completely broken on the train, and you can be standing right next to somebody and mag dumping into their body and not hitting a single shot. So if you ever are fighting on the train, and you're not, the train's not traveling in a straight direction, you're not shooting down the length of a train car, I would actually try to close into melee distance once you get it down, and try to finish them with your knife or your melee weapon, or just with the butt end of your rifle or what have you, to avoid that hit reg problem, to save ammo and to save yourself a headache. But I was running from airport to in the direction of that train depot, and I got collapsed on by a 2-man team in a TAV, and I started putting shots into them with my, I guess it was an AR, or no, it had to have been a RAL. I was able to get one armor break as they were driving up to me. I smoked myself and dodged the TAV on their attempted roadkill, and I had a PA, so I threw a PA right down at my feet and smoked myself again, kept moving in the smoke, and was able to movement tech them and bait them into sitting on that PA as it landed. And as I got out of the line of fire of that PA, and I got double knock, I was able to finish one, but the other guy got up and I had no visual on him, but as he was chasing me in the smoke, he was blindly firing with a one-shot shotgun, so I knew I couldn't take a close-range fight, and I got inside that little 2-stack building that's to the south of the train depot, right across the street from that 3-stack, and I got the roof, and he did not chase me up onto the roof, either because he didn't know that I had gone to the roof, or he didn't want to challenge that ladder. There's only one ladder on the inside, only one way up to that roof. So from the roof, I waited for him for a minute, and then decided to smoke myself out, ground level, take his buddy's 3-plate, and take their own TAV away, and I was able to escape that way. I wish I had gotten that second kill, but I was happy with just having survived that. That was a low percentage fight that I ended up turning around on them, so I was happy with that. And we're going to launch ourselves into a regain run, and with the intention of going into Koche. So I'll look for a set of batteries and jumper cables just to make my navigation down there a little bit easier, to get out of my spawn easier, and to get into Alpha Cluster. We're trying to level up our RAL so we can open up all the doors down there and that should get us most of the way to level 29 on this thing, if not all the way, especially if I can get into Alpha Cluster, and especially if I bring in an L2 card. I'll bring in one with 2 turns instead of 3, just to save those fresh cards for team regains in the future. And that's all I'm bringing in here, is just the Ral as an insured. I don't have any optic on this thing at the moment. I intend to put an SR07 on it, which is a magnified optic, so I won't need that in Koshé. And this is not a finalized build. I'm just kind of feeling it out as I go. But we're going to bring in just 1K for plates. That'll get us 10 plates with the full armor plate discount. Leave us some bag space for that battery and cable set, and some other utility items like extra smokes or munis or self-reses. And I'm just rocking just a standard 3-plate right now, so I'm probably not going to spend time looting and building a vest. Dead drop 5 weapons, 5 bandages. Even though I'm maxed out on my player level count, I still find that putting on missions is entertaining and fun to do, just to have something else to do in the background. And as we get into match here, I'm going to turn my volume up all the way to 100%. It's at 20% right now. So just turn down your headphones or your speakers, and you'll have a harder time hearing me as the game audio is up. But don't strain yourself to hear me. Probably going to get a high ping lobby at this time of night. It's already over 100 milliseconds. Good thing about Kosh is that it's a lot smaller. It's significantly smaller than Alcazar, and there's less players, so if I do end up on a high ping server, it won't matter as much. It'll only really affect me as I'm topside on Maz.
Welcome to Al Mazrah. Exploring, looting, and securing intel will open access to missions and targets. Expect resistance from local forces, and watch for other operators in the AO.
Found a vehicle.
Check up here for a cable and battery set. picked up the recon drone there in hopes of building a bomb drone if we can get the secure buy unlocked. And we stowed our lethals because spawning into Kosh will sometimes eat your tacticals and lethals. I'm not worried about it eating my tacticals because I don't like to use smokes in Kosh. Although they're probably, you know, they're viable, but I would prefer to have more of a fighting, more of an offensive tactical, like a stun or flash grenade, or even a snapshot grenade like I had picked up earlier near my spawn. And I'm going to hold the brow as I'm spawning in so that I get that 250 XP.
Ultra One, we've lost signal on your location.
Acidic acid certain black.
Ultra One, you've got hostile reinforcements incoming. Activity has increased in the area. Keep your eyes open. Be advised, hostile activity 1, you've got hostile reinforcements incoming. Ultra One, be advised, threats are moving into the area. 1, there's increased enemy activity in the area. Expect contact.
كل شي منيح هون.
Ultra One, be advised, threats are moving. Ultra One, you've got hostile reinforcements incoming. Ultra One, be advised, hostile activities increasing in the area. Ultra One, we're seeing increased activity in the area. Stay sharp. Be advised, threats are moving. Ultra One, you've got hostile reinforcements incoming. Ultra One, activity is increasing near your location. Stay alert.
ايه عم بسمع.
Ultra One, you've got hostile reinforcements incoming. Ultra One, hostile activities increasing in the area. Increased activity in the area. Stay sharp. Ultra One, be advised, winds are picking up. Move to an extraction point. Ultra One, there's increased enemy activity. Ultra One, you've got hostile reinforcements incoming. All Ultra, communications resecured. Work down there.
Sorry guys for the volume. Don't have a way to turn it down on the fly. Successful run, all in all. Got a little bit of cash out of it. We did get another RAL, which is huge. It's that 3 attachment builds that looks like this. I believe that's it's either a flinch resistance or a recoil grip, rear grip. That's a ADS laser and just a lightweight red dot. The laser box on the RAL is mounted on the top of the pick rail, and let's see, I think it was this one here. It just gives you ADS speed. And if you guys can see, let's see what the rear grip is. Stifle grip, that's a recoil. But you're sacrificing aiming stability, so that's a no-go in my book. And it's something, what was it? Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. And if you look at this combo, actually no, it's not that one. Corvus Soul 76. If you look at this combination of the optic and the laser, you're losing a lot of your sight picture on the lower third there. So you are going to want, if you're running an optic on the RAL, which I would suggest, you're going to want an optic that's high enough to get you over that laser box. So the aim op has a riser on it, so it will clear most of that laser box, but it's still a problem. But if you put on like this SRO, you'll actually completely clear the laser box because of that. I think that magnification helps, but you know, you still get the benefits of a laser, but without the visual obstruction of the laser box itself. So this is my preferred optic on LMGs. I used to run this optic on the TAC-56 until I figured out that the iron sights were some of the best in the game, and it's kind of redundant to waste a attachment slot on an optic when you don't need one. But on the RAL you definitely should run an optic, because this is what the sight picture looks like. And it's a nice clean front sight post, but it's really skinny. It's like too thin. So you can kind of lose yourself, lose your pinpoint. And this may show up better on like higher end graphical systems, but I'm on a PS4, and the rear sights are just too wide, they're too fat. It doesn't seem that bad, but when you get to firing, it actually is very noticeable, especially if you're like crawling and like this kind of action here where your front sight post is almost completely obscured, and it can be completely obscured by your when you're in that like crawling motion. So having an optic is a lot better, and you do not run into that problem at all. So let's build this thing out as we would want to take it in for a competitive match. And I'm putting that optic far away from my eye position so that it minimizes the visual recoil. So let's take this thing in. like that, just with the eye position slammed to far and the side grip tuned a little bit towards recoil stabilization before we start eating into our ADS in a really negative way. So this is built almost exactly the same as my Sakin is built. The only real difference is the side grip is not exactly the same, but it's the same attachments, and I just don't have tuning on anything on the Sakin except for the eye position of the SRO. I'll show you guys that real quick. Um, so this is the Sakin. It's exactly the same. We just have the Bruin Warrior grip instead of that other side grip that is on offer for the RAL. So the main benefit of the Sakin is that you have 50 more rounds at the top end to play with. And you are shooting a different caliber. This is 7.62 and the RAL is 338. So I don't know what the damage difference is really, but the RAL seems to break armor. Um, the RAL might actually be higher damage per round. You seem to get an armor break around maybe 4 rounds with the RAL, and it's maybe around 5 or 6 with the Sakin, maybe a little bit more. So here again, just the eye position is as far as it'll go away from you, and no other tuning on the Sakin. So side by side. That's it. Pretty similar weapons. But guys, I'm going to leave it there. And thanks for tagging along. I hope you had fun. And I'll catch you guys very soon in the next one.